Greetings everyone, Sizzle466 here, and in this video I'm going to provide an overview of how Hearthstone's pros think about the game's most unplayed format, Wild. To understand Wild, we need to understand how the format is different from Standard, the format Blizzard wants you to play in Hearthstone. Wild is essentially just like Standard, following the same deck construction and class rules with one huge exception. Every single Hearthstone card that's ever been printed is legal for play. The unrestricted nature of Wild leads to its biggest appeal as a format, Barnes decks. Remember how angry you felt when your opponent coined out Barnes on turn 3 and received both a 1-1 and 10-10 Yashaj? Or how about the stupidity of playing a 4-mana 7-7 Flame with Faceless with little to no thought on curve? In Wild, all the most unfair combos and high roll cards of formats past coexist, so be warned. The unrestricted nature of Wild also leads to another benefit, Baku and Genn decks. Because Baku and Genn are so powerful, every class has many different odd and even archetypes available. When queuing Wild, you literally always know what you'll run into. The format doesn't have many surprises. Wild's lack of variety leads to our first pro tip to succeeding in the format. Create counter queue decks. Because you queue into the same opponents over and over, running decks that include hate cards like Dirty Rat, Potion of Polymorph, and Galactic Crawler, you'll ensure that not only have you queued a favorable matchup against the same opponent, but your deck is teched to beat them even harder. And here's one final pro tip for how to dominate Wild. Embrace Barnes on 4. Because decks are so powerful, you need to run a list that can steal you free wins if you high roll effectively. Because if you aren't high rolling in the early turns of the game, odds are your opponent is. Now you know how the pros think about the Wild format, so suck it up and get used to it, because Barnes, Baku, Genn, and any other cards you like to complain about on social media aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Thanks for watching everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button below.